Alright, Facebook and YouTube. I just wanted to give a quick little update, get some people's opinions, see what they think. So anyways, as you can see, for some of you already following, there's the MK5 GTI seats in the front. And I'm actually trying to fit the back ones. Looks like it's mostly fitting. I'm getting a nice fitment. Trying to get a little better view for you guys. Down here, like at the front of that part. The only thing I see is it looks like that is probably supposed to tuck underneath. So I'm not really sure how I can make this front go back further and then still kind of maybe make that all look good. I did try sliding it forward, but then it puts it at a pretty good angle. I might try to see if I can't maybe cut some foam out of the back part and slide it back a little more. As you can kind of see, I don't know if it shows very well in the video, but it's getting into the roof fender well here. Same thing over there, but the fitment to the front of the seat is like, I mean, pretty darn on par. Surprisingly enough, hopefully this is all going to be seen real well. Got a little area I would have to fill for some gap here, and then as you can see, the side of the seats are going to need a little bit of a fill there. And then also, if you come back, trying to get here, everything's kind of piled in the back because I've been working on different stuff. You can kind of see the gap that's going to be there now, so I got to figure out how to get to it. Just because, like, just gonna let me get over there, maybe. Hold on, sorry about that getting in the way. As you can see, that seat kind of gets touching right there, so I don't know if I can get in and what's in that frame of that, if I can cut that out or how that works and slide that seat back. But nice thing is I mean, I will have super comfy seats. Setting them where I had them now with me, I'm at 5'9", 240 pounds, and I had room to set in this section right here. Wasn't like I could really stretch my legs out, so I don't think I'd want to try to do a cross-country trip that way. But just to go for a cruise, I mean, heck, even an hour's worth of drive probably wouldn't be too bad, I don't think. It also has a little center console that slides down, or armrest, I guess, not center console. So we'll see. The next step is, after I get this all put in and stuff, running the hoses. I did get the rust spots fixed, so then I just got to run the heater hoses from the back along that heater channel over there, and then they're going to come up through that and around and then pop out into the front. And then I got to get seat belts that match the for the GTI, and then the seat belts in the back will be for the GTI. Not really sure if I can do 3-point. That would be really, really awesome, but I don't know yet. I'll have to see if that's even going to be a possibility to get them in there. But I'm not going to do too much tonight, just kind of doing some planning and some looking. So I figured I'd fill you guys in of kind of where I'm at. I think the seats are going to look pretty sweet in there. Definitely give it a different look, a little more updated look. And then at some point, I'll get some more rust. I got to replace that wheel well, or not wheel well, but the back floorboard on that side. And then I'll get a carpet kit, because as you can see, the original carpet, I mean, it's pretty nasty. And then the house we sold, we had tons of carpet left over. So for now, instead of having just steel floors, I just threw some of this carpet in there. Cuts down a little bit on the sound. But anyways, get that. Then I'll be doing some more interior stuff. Do something with my stereo over there in the center console running down. So a little bit more planning, a little bit more figuring out, but the interior is getting closer and closer. I got the engine done. For the most part, I just got to add an exhaust hanger on the back, because the hanger I put on here doesn't quite work for, so it's kind of bouncy there. So I have one roughly here in the middle, but it doesn't seem to hold it, so I'm going to add one over, I think, on this side. I'll maybe do something so that I have it there. But anyways, just giving a quick update. It's going to be kind of a hit and miss on it. I need to get Christmas lights off, but trying to get some of this stuff done. I also got this time of year, if you've been following the page for a while, you'll know that about this time of year is also Pinewood Derby time. So we'll be building a car probably here this week or next week. So that'll take a little bit of time away from this and create a lot more dust. But figured to give you guys a little catch up of where everything is sitting at, how everything's done. Also, real quick, I guess. So this is that Eastwood MiG 135. it was if you find it at the right time, it's $229 shipped to my house. And to be honest, this thing has been a beast in this here. And I even, to be honest, except for this last little bit of rust, I didn't even use this thing properly. Because the old house, I didn't have 20 amps. I only had 15 amps. So I'm running 15 amps trying to weld. And it did it fine. You could definitely tell that, you had to kind of play the little stitch welds whenever it come time for doing some of the heavier, thicker stuff that you need to turn the amps up on. Because otherwise it would pop the breaker and you have to keep running out and flipping the breaker. But I knew I wasn't going to be there long, so I just tried to get by without having to spend all the money. This house, though, luckily, actually has 220 and 20 amp, and of course, obviously 15 amp. So we should be able to get a lot done. And like I said, I was able to weld this, and even as you can see, the settings were pretty low and just some sheet metal for the rocker panels area there. It still did way better, even at that stuff there. So like you said, if anyone's in the market or looking for a welder, this is a little Eastwood 135. It goes on sale usually around Thanksgiving time, like right before Black Friday. There's codes floating around for it for like free shipping and stuff. So I ended up getting it, or I think it was $50 off. So normally it's like out the door is somewhere around like $270, $280. And then I ended up, like I said, used the code, used it when it was on sale right about that time, come out with $229 shipped to the house. And of course that is just, that's not the stand and the bottle, that's all extra, but it does come with the gas regulator. As you can see, it's kind of a cheaper one, but it works. It does what it needs to do. It does have, I don't remember what they call it. I know it starts with a T, the gun does. I'm sure plenty of you guys out there know exactly what it is. But apparently the gun is a pretty common style, so getting consumables and stuff are easy. I heard the Harbor Freight ones were not that way. But so far, like I said, I've welded up to 3/16 steel plate, which is I think what the Eastwood says about the max on it. And it did it fine, especially if you bevel and then make a couple passes at it. And then I preheated with a propane torch so that it got it nice and hot and was able to do that. So just want to make sure that I start kind of pushing some of these other things that helped in the build, because not only is it about just knowing how to do the car, but if you don't have a welder, some of this stuff will be hard. And some people think that you need tons of money to get a welder. Once again, this is $229. I started with flux core, so that comes with it. Don't need any more than that. The bottle, I think they cost about $150 to $180. Granted, this is Colorado prices, so we seem to be a little bit more inflated than everywhere else. But at the $180 is with it full and not owning a bottle. And then the cart is a Harbor Freight one for, it was like 30 or 40 bucks. It was whatever their cheapest one they have is. So all together, there's probably less than 500 bucks sitting there. Picked up a Lincoln and a Miller Viking hat and a Snap-on, which Snap-on is nothing more than was No Face, I think. But helmets, so everything, like I said, together, gloves, everything, probably close to about 500 bucks, which, I mean, a Hobart, which is what I really wanted. Those are going to run you, the $600-700, probably just for the machine itself and not counting the rest. So, just wanted to kind of go over a few things I got here, where I'm at right now, and I'll probably do a tool thing. I'd like to do that at some point, just to kind of go over so that people have an idea of some stuff, like, here, and then I got the welding table over there, which once again is a Harbor Freight one. Be weary of that one only in the start, because they use, I believe it was zinc, if I remember right, to cover the top to keep it from rusting. Of course, the problem with zinc is it's heavy metal. You start welding on it, and you got to worry about getting the heavy metal poisoning. So wipe it down with some vinegar or something to get that off. Take a grinder to it or a DA. Those all are kind of what I did just to get at least definitely over the areas you're going to be welding. It is nice to have the metal table, just the fact that I can put the grounding clamp onto the side and it's not actually on the work, and it grounds through, of course, the metal top and into the work. So, but anyways, that's about what I got for right now. Like I said, we'll do some more. Weather's turning off to be a little bit nicer, and I got this guy here going, so should be a little bit better. All right, more to come.